I miss you guys. Then went from making some of the greatest games ever to being just backup support for Call of Duty shit. Also, we got one more follower.
We did?
Yeah, we're up to 11 now.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I checked it just today.
Okay, making progress.
Slow and steady. Turn that up a little bit here.
So, hold on a second. I'm sending out the messaging, the stream real quick. Give me 1 second. Here.
Let's see here. Is it picking up?
Let's see. I got too many. There's too many Christians in my number, in my phone number.
Christians?
Yeah, the don't ask. It's. Do not ask. It is.
Well, it seems like it's picking up.
What up, black boy? What up?
What's up, yo?
Oh, by the way, can you hear us? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to balance out the Call of Duty audio with the actual voice audio.
You want to make sure the audio is good.
Yeah. It's coming through. I just want to make sure it's balanced properly. So how about the game? Can you hear the game just fine? Granted, it's not going yet.
Yeah. He said, let me say, yeah, I can hear y'all.
Okay. Well, let's give everybody a chance to get in. Give everybody about another 13 minutes to get started.
Alright.
So for those of y'all who are in already, tonight is X's night. He's doing Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah.
He's starting on that. I have basically got my next 3 games settled up on what I want to do.
Exactly.
I don't know. Do you know what you're doing after Black Ops?
After this one, what I said I was gonna do was I was gonna do the Modern Warfare 2.
Right.
And then based on the poll that I did, I wanted to see what people wanted me to play this. After that was God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I know that's something that I didn't want to do out of order, but that would have asked for. But I'm gonna try to do it that way. And if it doesn't work as far as like the polls and then based off the people, I'll stick to what we did before. But that's the order.
Where's my question? When you did that poll, did you put the other God of War on there?
No, I did, yeah. I did, yeah.
And they wanted to see Ragnarok more.
Yeah, they
Okay.
did, yeah.
I mean, that's fine. We can always go back and do the original one.
Yeah, yeah. But
I say original, the prequel to that.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it's hard to
Yeah. Oh, so you just watched Quantumanium? No spoiler, but how was it? Just like from a scale from 1 to 10, how was it?
Better question. Would you rewatch it?
Oh yeah. That's a better question. Yeah, where would you rewatch it? That is a better question. That is a way better question. Oh my goodness. Man, I'm almost done with Tokyo Ghoul, and I'm going slow.
I've actually never seen Tokyo Ghoul, but I heard it in circles going around.
It is amazing. He said, yeah, I will rewatch it.
Okay.
All right, good.
That's
Because let me tell you something. Here's why. Because I'm saying for me, I don't know much about Ant-Man, but I'm saying just based on what I've seen in the Marvel universe, he was never my radar. I watched both Ant-Mans, but again, it didn't pull me in enough to where, because those two I have not rewatched. Period. Have not watched it. But this one I was most excited before because of Kang, honestly. Not because of Ant-Man. Let me be honest with you. The visuals and Kang. That's the only reason why I was interested.
The reason why I didn't watch Ant-Man, because to this day I have not watched any of the Ant-Man movies, because I just knew that A, I wasn't going to care for them, and B, they weren't, from my understanding, they weren't the original Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I know that in the Marvel films they have a couple of Pym particles. If my memory serves correct, the original Ant-Man was Hank Pym, and he was a drunken domestic abuser.
Oh wow, they did that different in the movie.
Yeah, I think the movie went with the second person to be Ant-Man.
Scott Lang.
I want to say that. I might be wrong. I might be wrong about the first and the first person. Yeah, they were not going to have him be the main character, considering his history and the thing. You're gonna have to opening something. Oh, okay, it's okay. I just watched it for Kang, but I'm the same.
Understandable, bro. Understandable.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, because like I said, there are a lot of movies that I watch that a lot of people don't agree with, which is understandable. It's understandable.
What movies have you watched that you don't agree with?
It
This
was.
is the first time heard about this.
Oh no, it is. It was Creed.
People don't agree with Creed, really?
Yeah, some people don't.
I was under the impression that everybody loved that movie.
No, I mean, there are a few, but I mean, there are a lot of people, but like some that I talked to about it, no, they don't like Creed.
Huh.
I was very surprised at that one. Shang-Chi. What's the other ones? People still say that like, I think I have one person. I think it was one person that I said like, Eternals was the best Marvel. I was like, get out of here, get my face. Get out of my face. That's an insult.
The best Marvel movie, in my opinion, to date, this is just me personally, is the first Avengers.
Yeah.
Like the very first Avengers, I think to date is the best Marvel movie. With Infinity War coming in as a close second.
Yeah, because I appreciate it because here's why I agree with you. Because we all saw like what was it? We all saw like each individual movie, right? And everybody
Eternals was ass.
Yeah, see,
that was hell for review, but Eternals was ass.
Bro, thank you. And
I was like, Automa, what is Automa holding up? And I'm like,
yeah.
What did he say? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, ass is not appropriate. Okay.
Twitch, come on, man, really? But yeah, thank you, but because I'm telling you, here's the funny part of it. Now, when he sits down and watches this, I really want to see his opinion. Like I don't care if he likes it. I'm saying if he does, when we do watch it.
I have not watched anything.
Yeah,
I have not watched anything past Endgame, with the exception of Loki.
Yeah.
And Loki, in my opinion, was okay.
Yeah, no,
but where they screwed up was where they wanted to have the Loki that had his character arc in the main movies, as opposed to the Loki that they set up being the Loki they had. You know, as in the Loki is still a conniving, manipulative, backstabbing jackass.
Yeah.
But they basically rushed his character development in the first episode. I'm like, why?
Yeah, they just. Whew.
But it's like, oh yeah, because they don't want to have they don't want people to root for the bad guy, but you can have someone root for the bad guy.
I don't like
still have your character arc.
But here's the crazy part though. I didn't see King as a bad guy in that show. I saw him as a guy.
Oh no, I don't mean King. I mean Loki.
Oh, Loki, my bad. Okay,
yeah,
my bad.
King was not a bad guy. He was not an antagonist at all.
Yeah.
In the show, he was because again King. And again, I gotta give mad props to the actor.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Majors killed that role, bro.
He basically had like what, all of 15 minutes of screen time
of
the entire series.
But
he stole the whole show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He stole the whole show within 15 minutes. I try to tell people I have an eye for people who are talented, and like I said, when I first saw him on Lovecraft Country, I was like, I said he is going to be huge.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here looking at that, but it's like. And I like how they set up the multiverse, which, while I did like how they set it up, it's very clear with the writing talent they have now.
Yeah.
That I got it. It's very clear that with the writing talent they have now, they are not ready to juggle that many moving parts at the moment.
No,
I don't think
no, of course they're not. Of course they're not.
Here's the thing, and I always tell people this when you're writing. Enable graphic content. Ray tracing, go for it. And, ray tracing basically just keep.
Oh, gotcha.
Display area, everything looks good to me.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, as he says, you're playing, you go ahead.
Yeah, it's
just about just dark enough to hide the logo.
Okay, yeah, it's dark enough for me, so we're good.
Yeah, go for it. And
I'll get it.
go on.
Fall campaign, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
No, it's that's weird.
Okay, so for reference sake, we actually downloaded this like a month ago.
Yeah, we did. So I'm just trying to figure out why is it down? Is it after watching came?
This again. Okay, well,
That's good.
that is a good thing to have at least some. Well, we got some. Well, let me see something real quick here. I want to see how long it's going to take. Because if we gotta sit here and wait 20 minutes. Okay, well, we'll just go a little bit longer tonight just to make up for that.
I hate that.
It's like, okay, so we go ahead, you go through the problem. I know what it is.
What?
I know what it is.
What?
They've been, the EA and Activision, they see, because people, but let's be honest, people play Call of Duty. Let me see.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
People see Call of Duty as a, put it down part 2 just so we can have it in the background.
Yeah.
People see Call of Duty as a multiplayer only game, and they've been trying to make all of these games multiplayer only for the longest time. As a matter of fact, Black Ops 3 or 4 was meant to be a multiplayer only game. People got mad about it.
Yeah.
So what they do is, I think what they're doing is, people who buy the game don't want to play the campaign. You just go straight to multiplayer. People who want to buy the campaign go and do down the extra campaign, which I'm like, that's just dumb regardless.
Yeah. Cause me, I'm different. I do both.
I do purely campaign.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's very rare to get online anymore.
Yeah.
I've always liked the villains way more than the hero because it's just interesting how they become what they are. So to quote Christopher Lee, for those of you who don't know, he was Dracula, aka he was Count Dooku in Star Wars, aka he was Nosferatu. At one point he played, Johnny Depp's version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Lee Wonka's dad. He played Saruman in The Lord of the Rings. He said that he enjoyed playing the villains because it was just a lot more fun.
Gotcha.
But as far as that's concerned, how many of the? Why did you split this up, Activision? God damn!
I don't know. Because see, I thought
I thought when we downloaded, we download all of it.
That's why I got a head start. It's like, okay, you know what? We just take care of this now. Look at that. Look. Lucy just let's see how it says. That's the song.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
So y'all literally kept the multiplayer and zombies and song. Y'all funny.
Luckily, they have this thing where it's like it should be after you hit a certain point, it
lets you play.
It lets you play. Let me see. Yeah, after a certain point, it lets you play. Luckily, I'm not gonna make you all sit through the whole hour-long download. We're just gonna.
Yeah.
We're just gonna when the option pops up, we'll go.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I'd known that. What the hell? Anyway. But yeah, so at least it gives us time to kind of have this discussion. But yeah, your villain can make or break your story. And there are two kinds of villains. There are villains that you're just following to see be beaten, and then there are villains who that you unintentionally root for, or you're interested in seeing how they got to the way they are. I'm not certain which kind of villain I settle on writing. Most of my villains are not that complex. I usually focus on making the heroes more flawed than anything else.
Yeah.
And by flawed, I mean there's just enough wrong about them that while you do root for them, you kind of want to see them fix themselves. Kind of thing.
No, I see what you mean. That's kind of how I feel when I watched the show Last of Us. When the episode I saw yesterday, episode 6. They did a very good character story driven on Joe particularly in that whole episode.
Well, isn't the whole point of Joe's character to be this jaded old man? Old middle aged, I should say.
But they go deeper into him as far as like his of him like still being a broken man and everything. They explore more into that after he sees Tommy in episode 6. So
and Tommy's his brother, right?
Correct, yes. And so
wait, they're up to that part. 'Cause I know the story. They're up to that part.
Yeah.
In 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel kind of rushed?
No, not really. No, because I'm being with you serious. I'm not just kissing ass. I'm really being serious. Like it's not the way they did it. I can understand why they went about it in that direction because it's almost like this. So the game basically has a beginning, middle, and end.
Yes.
But in between moments that lead up to the beginning, middle, and end, you don't see that in the game. So they implement those moments into the show. Now it's still it's still the same story structure story as the game, but they're just showing certain parts of how certain moments led up to that point. So, but yeah, no, they're already there yet because I see the transition of what happened and everything. It's like it's.
So is it like not something that's within the game? Is that what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
or is this the part that was in the game?
This part is actually in the game, and it's the part where after Henry Sam died.
Oh, okay.
That's where we at. And Black Boy, I saw your response. Yeah, so it sounds good, man. When we have a time to meet at work and everything, let me know. Because that name, I ain't gonna lie to you. That name, I love that name. It's funny because my name.
I immediately thought it was Xander Cage. Anyway.
yeah, see, me too. But it's funny because for me, my name has never been used at work. Like it's never been used like at not as Xavier. It's always been X. And I'm like, every time I hear Xavier, I'm like, yo, that fits me. I think it probably fits me as well. But it's interesting to actually hear that as a villain. But I'm actually curious to see what you do with that, bro. Seriously.
I mean, you say that, but when I think of villains with an X in their name, I think of Xanatos from Gargoyles.
Oh, yeah.
Now that was a villain.
Yeah,
that was a surprisingly very decent redemption arc.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. I think the other villain that scared me the most was the one in Samurai Jack. I can't remember his name.
Aku?
Yeah, Aku. Yes, Aku scared me.
Also voiced by Mako.
Wow.
Same guy who voiced Iroh in Last Airbender.
That's crazy, man. That is wild to me.
It actually apparently, and this isn't behind the scenes for when they were doing the final season of Samurai Jack a few years back.
Yeah.
The creator of the show said he basically he said I won't okay. I will not paraphrase, but they say he spent an absurd amount of money trying to find a sound alike for Mako because he died.
Wow.
So yeah, again, it's like you really don't know if he passed away, but you know you have big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
When you basically just like I don't know if we can continue the show without this character, without this actor.
Yeah, and he's black too. Oh, that's gonna be interesting now. That's gonna be interesting. But yeah, what you said too, that's crazy. That's crazy. I've never heard. I'm serious. I've never heard of a voice actor literally using his money to find somebody.
Not a voice actor, the director.
No, the director did.
The director
oh, he did?
Yeah,
Wow.
The voice actor's been dead for years at this point.
Wow, my bad.
The guy who created Samurai Jack basically said he had to spend an absurd amount of money trying to find a sound alike for this one actor.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. Now that's the first time I ever heard the word said they'll go that length to find somebody that sound like him.
I wanted to say the people on Avatar did the same thing when Mako passed. When he was playing Iroh because again there was a whole season after he passed that had to get recordings for him.
Wow, Jesus, man, that show, it touches my heart in so many ways because it's just like you see. It's so well developed. It's so well developed, and I just love seeing the adventure that Aang and all the other cast members, all the other characters go through, and I'm just like, wow. And the old man, I can't remember his name. I can't. The Fire Nation. I like him because
Iroh?
yeah. My bad. Sorry, yeah, I keep forgetting his name. Yeah.
You talking about the uncle, right?
Yeah, Uncle. Yeah.
Yeah, Iroh.
Yeah. He is so wise, and like the stuff that he says is so relatable. I'm like, wow.
But his own name is Xander Powers, but I'm still working on it. If I get the better name, but that's really it. I'll let you know the rest of it. Okay.
Alright, sounds good, my dude. Sounds good.
When it comes to names, the best thing I can recommend is don't rush it.
Oh yeah, no, take your time with it.
And think about the themes of the character.
Yeah.
And you'll usually find your name like that.
Yeah.
I generally, when it comes to certain names that I use, I tend to look for like, I look at the etymology of certain words.
That's what I
like,
do too. Yeah.
Try to find something that means something, and then if I can find it as a name, I'll put it in there. I try my best not to give away to go too much.
Yeah.
But it does help.
See, me and you in the same level. That's how I write. The name has to have meaning as far as the character too.
Yeah.
But also, I also look at like why am I writing this character? What's gonna be his backstory? But what's gonna be his end goal and his motive? And whether or not he or she is going to accomplish that goal or fail that goal. But either way, is there going to be certain obstacles or moments that's going to prevent them from reaching that goal? But I always think of like, how can I make this different than any other movie?
Oh, I don't know if my guy's going to reach the goal or not by the end of it. I just know they have a goal in mind. It keeps it interesting that way. There was a writer. I gotta look up the movie again. But there was a mystery movie in like the mid-50s, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Where the writer where there were so many plot twists, so many clues and red herrings.
Yeah.
That even the writer forgot who the main antagonist was.
How did you forget that?
I don't know. When I mean he forgot how. I mean he finished the story.
Yeah.
They filmed the whole damn thing, and he still forgot.
Oh Jesus! What?
He forgot until the moment it was really like, oh right. He tricked himself. That's how good it was.
Yo, are you serious? Wow.
I gotta look this movie up. Now I was like, now I have to know.
Yeah. Hey, but look, let me tell you something. Cause I want to ask you a question, but I'm gonna answer this question quick. But hey, look, if you've been writing that long, if you've been writing that long, don't punish yourself, bro. There have been writers and directors that have been writing scripts for longer than that. So,
I've been writing since 2010.
Yeah, so don't feel discouraged. Like I said, everybody, whatever they're passionate about, whether it's script writing, but simply script writing, people have been writing that for years, bro.
Yeah.
So don't feel discouraged. All I'm saying is, don't do the one thing that I wish I did not do years ago for swimming. Don't live in regret.
You regret not swimming?
No. I regret stopping.
Oh.
I regret stopping, and I'll explain why. But don't ever live in regret. If you feel like this is what you want to do and you're passionate about doing, continue to do it. Fail now. That way in the long run, you can do better and put out more work.
Yeah.
The reason I say I try not to live in regret is because when I did the swimming thing, I was really this good, and I'm not being cocky when I say this. I was really that good. I was almost about to go into Olympus.
Oh wow, nice.
That's how good I was. So the reason I quit because at a young age you get really bored and easily.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me because my mindset was, okay, I'm basically swimming down a pool every single day, and it's boring.
Yeah.
So,
my cousin was the same with a track.
Yeah, and it says my grandmother told me you're going to regret like quitting swimming,
and she was right.
And she was right because if I would have quit, I probably wouldn't have been. I probably wouldn't have been at Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have been fine. I probably would have made my money and everything. But you live and learn. But that's what I mean. So don't ever look at
hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah. Don't ever live in regret doing it. If you keep doing what you're doing, this is why he and I spoke about this already. With this, the streaming and everything, the podcasting, I'm confident in all this Because even though it's a slow process, and I have to tell my mental side, the problem is like, oh my god, I need this to hurry up. I just myself is patience and consistency. Once you continue to do that, everything else will fall into place.
Yeah.
So this is why I've actually pulled back a little bit. I'm not even worried about us like going at a slower pace, but it's improving. That's what I'm saying. It's improving.
Yeah.
So each time we do this, and I'm not even joking, I just don't go phone. I am way happier when I do this every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday with them.
Yeah, because on the one hand, it's a way to relax, get some stress relief out. Another thing, it's kind of an excuse to kind of get through a backlog of stuff that we all want to kind of get through.
Yeah.
It's just we get to do it with people who might want to see what's going on.
Yeah, and it's just like I said, like I've already envisioned this channel and everything blowing up. So it's just like I see me and him doing this as our lifestyle jobs. Like I see us putting in more work, more time with this, and pretty much I see me having less time being at Amazon and more time, 90% of the time being out the door. That's how I see it. Once we start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, I see it as I see it as the growth and everything. I really do see.
That's a pretty good comment right there.
Oh no problem, bro. No problem. Like I said, I'm not experienced in all this, but I know about regret. So don't ever do that. But no problem. But yeah, like I said, I try to help people the best way I can. There's something I don't know. There's something that Brad knows more about than me. So that's why I usually go. I was like, if people know Brad's like, no, go to Brad. Just go to Brad. He'll give you some real talk advice. But if it's something I know about, I'll give you advice on. But yeah, regret is one of them. That is the worst feeling.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like half my problem is that like I fell into the trap of thinking that I was because I used to do YouTube like every single day.
Yeah.
And I fell off when I started working at Amazon. So I'm like, okay, I take a little bit of a break, get myself together, and come back to it. But if I had stayed consistent, I probably would be better off now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what I've come to realize is that the landscape of YouTube has changed from when I started. Because I had initially planned to start back in like 2013, 2014.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I had just got out of a car wreck. That car wreck, I got rear-ended. I planned on using that money to get myself together.
Yeah.
Long story short, I basically did the opposite and tried to help out somebody who basically called me up every freaking day for it. Almost made me these specific names.
Yeah.
Get to come in and start watching and whatnot.
Yeah.
I should never have done that because it basically put me behind years.
Yeah.
I finally got myself together where I could do it. I was kind of sporadic with it, but I did have an idea, but I had no real voice. Now I kind of know what I want to do.
Yeah.
And while I do think that maybe I have put too much on myself, the best thing to really do is to sit down, take stock of the ideas you do have, take stock of the things you do want to do, and ask yourself, what can you do now?
Yeah.
And how can you better manage your time?
Yeah.
And what I've learned is that I actually have a lot more extra time to do most of the things I want to do. And when that stuff gets a little more consistent and more free time opens up, I can then do more stuff later on.
Yeah.
It's all about figuring out the best way to manage your time. Because when you get into the idea that you gotta rush it, you're just not gonna get there.
No, and that's why for me I've calmed down a little bit more. Cause I know he's noticed it. He's the same thing. I know he's noticed it. I was so anxious and antsy about, okay, I want to improve each single time.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't me trying to put stress on it. It was just like, from my perspective, I was stressing myself out in a way. but at the same time, I was doing it because I believe in what we're doing so much. I want to keep moving forward, and that's what I had was telling myself at the same time. I was like, okay, dial it back a little bit, and then just let the process speak for itself.
Because what happens is when you try to improve every single thing, what you ultimately end up doing is you don't let the things you are trying take the time to percolate that they need to. You could be sitting on something pretty good, doing something pretty good,
Yeah.
but then because you're trying to improve and it's not going the way you want to, you just speed right past it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you've already left behind a thing that could help you out later on.
Exactly. Yes. That's literally what hit. That's literally what hit me a couple weeks ago, and I was like,
5 minutes left.
and I was like, yeah. Once that finishes, can you download the other two as well too?
They'll
Okay.
go immediately,
Right.
and we can just start playing that main
Yeah.
one, and the other one will be downloaded back.
Gotcha. All right. But yeah, and it's just like what he just said. That's what literally hit me because I was like, you know what? Dial it back a little bit, but just understand where you're at right now. You come so far, but the fact, and I tell myself this, I talk myself just to give myself advice sometimes. I said the fact that Brad came up to you, and you want to even his first idea.
Yeah, he's like number 5.
Yeah, number 5. Yeah,
I have no problem saying that now because I settled on him.
Yeah,
and told you which I was just what the 4 happened.
Yeah, but I wasn't upset. But I'm glad I was picked. I could have been picked at all. So but the fact he said I was the 5th one, I was like, but the fact he picked me out of the 4 people was very surprising to me. I didn't even know he was asking me. No, he was basically like in a way he was interviewing me in a way to see what I want to say. Cause he acting like he told so much better than the guy.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell the story then.
Yeah.
So for reference sake, because I don't know if I ever told you the first choice was. My first choice was actually
you did actually tell me the first choice. I remember you told me.
Who was it?
B.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he was my first choice, but I ultimately settled on X because every single choice I picked had, for the most part, the same recurring issue. That they would, in my opinion, there wasn't that much variety in what they talked about.
Yeah.
My first choice, again, real nice guy, real funny dude, but I don't think he had the confidence at the time, nor the mindset to vary up his talking points enough in a duo setting. If it was just him, he would probably do okay. My second choice was my oldest friend, but his schedule is so out of whack.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
And the other two, I think they would be okay choices.
Yeah.
They both had lives that I think would not have made it conducive to this.
No, yeah. And which is understandable.
And ultimately, when I settled on X, I actually had planned on just dropping the idea entirely. I remember that day because I was so tired, I was so out of it, and I was thinking about everything I wanted to do just to get out of that damn job. I basically said, look, you got the book you're writing, you got your own main channel, you're trying to do a review channel, a comedic style review channel on top of that. You want to get into animation, and you're thinking about getting into game development. Do you really want to add and then you try to start an exercise channel. Do you really want to add this on top of it? And your choices, when you sat down and thought about it, don't really work. And then this guy come marching up the trailer, pissed off as all get out.
Yeah, I was.
And I'm just like, well, worst comes to worst, he just tells me to fuck off. So what I did was I tried my best to word the question in such a way because I remember like 3 to 4 months prior he had this whole conversation about Gears of War.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I wonder how he feels about X, Y, and Z. I'll go ahead and just ask him a random question about how they would adapt God of War. And this was like a month before they announced that Prime, that Amazon was going to do a adaptation of God of War.
Yeah.
So I asked him, what do you think? How would he go about doing it? Where would he start? And you basically, without missing a beat, said you would start with the new stuff and push it from there. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Campaign's ready to go. Okay.
Yeah, and then I had said, and then I said if I wanted to start.
Reagan, what the fuck? Oh, right, Cold War.
Yeah. Balance casual. Let me start with regular.
Yeah, regular's basically the medium difficulty level thing.
That no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have.
And I know
Let
a
that
lot
be
of
understood by those who practice terrorism and
So
prey
be
upon our
prepared
enemies.
to learn.
Some lesser
You're gonna learn
intelligence
today.
was already instilled with the Soviet Union.
Are Soviet spies living among us?
52 American citizens have been taken hostage at the American embassy in Tehran. An unnamed White House official said a Cold War disaster could be just around the corner. Mr. President, we have two names linked to the hostage situation. Arash Kadivar and Sim Jilani. Just give word. It's time to send a message. There will be no more hostages.
I wasn't paying attention, to be honest with you.
I was like 10%.
I could probably pronounce it, 'cause I'm pretty good at pronouncing names.
Yeah, he is. I'm gonna get remember
The reason why is that you just gotta remember that, with the exception of European nations, most languages use vowels.
Alright, hold on 1 second before I do a setting.
Settings, okay.
Audio. Where is subtitles?
Go, obviously go down a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more. Open microphone volume. Okay, go to graphics.
Okay, graphics.
Control 9, your vehicle, no. Interface?
Let's try interface, yeah. There you go, thank you.
Okay, enable subtitle size.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. What does large look like? You can keep it regular?
Let's keep it regular for right
Yeah.
now, just in case. Maybe we can change it later.
Alright, sounds good to me.
The audio is going through the deep voice again.
Hello, glad you could join us.
I was doing it again.
Okay, get pause real quick. Okay, I'm going to pause and reset. Give me a sec here, guys.
Yeah.
Um,
We're gonna reset the
we're
straight.
gonna be down for just a moment.
No, you good, yeah.